Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today our group will present subject Al-Falsafah Al-Hadithah. The lecturer Dr. Muniruddin Al-Dha Al-Syafi'i with topic Philosophical Reawakening from page 36 to page 47. My name is Muhammad Akmal Firdaus bin Muhammad Zahari, number matric 054619. Okay, I will read first and will explain later. نهضة الفلسفة. ما هي نهضة الفلسفة؟ نهضة ال... نهضة ال... نهضة الفلسفة هي نهضة الإنسان من رقدته وحطام أغلاله التي غل بها طوال العصور الوسطى، وأطلقوا فكرته حرا يستطلع أسرار الطبيعة ويستجلي وجه الحياة. So, reawakening era is about a person who is one free from any type of connection in their thinking, forget the reality of themselves. What the meaning of نهضة الفلسفة? لماذا تكون هذا نهضة الفلسفة? Why the era was happen? لعله يجد نفسه ويحققه وجوده. It is because they won't know about himself and know the reality of creation. تمددت تواحي النشاط في الإنسان وتنوعت ألوان التفكير وأخذ يعتكب المعرفة وينشدها لا من أجل الكنيسة ورجالها ولكن ليظفروا بالمعرفة لذاتها. Besides that, the era happened because the thinking of the person was growth, and they didn't want affected by church or what connected with church. That is why the era was happened. سبب ليكون نهضة الفلسفة. حركات الكبرى شهدتها ربا وحيا بؤس الأداب القديمة develop of literature الإصلاح الديني the improve of religious to suitable with that era ونشأت العلوم الطبيعية come out or develop knowledge of nature which is the people were increased about their knowledge in nature or anything else. أغراض نهضة الفلسفة purpose of the reawakening era. سورة الجارفة أنيفة قصدت إلى تحرير الحياة مما أصابها أيان العصور. The purpose of Nahdlatul Falsafah, it is mean the purpose of the reawakening era is to free or open-minded from a dark thinking, which is can thinking outside from church was said. أول من حمل اللواء هذه النهضة بطرارق ودانتي وغيرها من رجال الأداب الذين جاءوا أحدا في عهود المتعاقبة في أواخر القرون الوسطى. The person who is responsible who is responsible to propose the era Petrarch and Dante and author and that era. طائفة من علماء القسطنطينية حين فتحها الأتراك سنة 1453 فلجأوا إلى إيطاليا وغيرها من دول الشمال فقويت بهم الحركة واتساع نطاقها وكان مركزها مدينة فلورو نساب الإيطالية وبخاصة في عهد الرئيس جمهوريتها with مديتشي فقد كان عالما وفيلسوفا وفنانا وبذلوا جهادا محمودا في حماية الآداب القديمة وبعثها وأساس لهذه الغاية أكاديمية في حدائق قصره. هذا it is a story من أول من حمل لوائه هذا النهضة. From the move of a group of Constantinople scholars when Turkey conquered it in years 1453. Then they fled to Italy and other northern countries. That movement was make them be more stronger than before. أثروا من نهضة الفلسفة وانتحت بالناس إلى الثورة على الكنيسة وسلطتها ووجوب الحرية الفردي واستقلالها في الرأي وأن يتصل بالله اتصالا مباشرا فلا يحتاج في توبته إلى واسطة رحيب أو كنيسة. The effect from the reawakening era, which is criticism to church, because they want freedom in thinking and they want they can give their opinion in what they do. That just from me. We go to next slide.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. اسمي علي أزف أمين خير الفائز. إن شاء الله الآن سأشرح لكم أثرا من نهضة الفلسفة. أولا انتهت النهضة الأدبية بالناس إلى الثورة على الكنيسة وسلطتها ووجوب حرية الفرد واستقلاله في الرأي. في ذلك الزمان الناس اشتغال بالثورة على الكنيسة وسلطتها، وهم أيضا اشتغال أنفسهم بوجوب حرية الفرد واستقلاله في الرأي وأن يتصل بالله اتصالا مباشرا. أي الناس في ذلك الزمان لا يحتاج إلى راهب أو قسيس لينتصلون حاجاتهم. والثاني لم تعد بالناس حاجة إلى رجال الدين يتوسطون بهم وبين ربهم ما دام الإنجيل قد ترجم إلى لغاتهم إلى يفهمونها. والثاني الناس في ذلك الزمان لا يحتاج إلى رجال الدين، أي إلى علماء في أديانهم ليتوسطون بهم وبين ربهم ما دام الإنجيل قد ترجم إلى لغاتهم إلى يفهمونها. والثالثة نشأة العلوم الطبيعة ودراسة ظواهر الطبيعة بتجربة العملية. وكان العلم حينئذ قد امتد أفقة واتسع نطاقه بكشف أمريكا والطريق البحرية إلى الهند. بلاد أمريكا اتسع نطاقه إلى الهند. والآخر أنتج طائفة قيمة من النظريات الجديدة والمخترعات كالطباعة والبوصلة بمعنى compass in إنجليزية والجهر، فكانت أكبر عون للإنسان على إزاحة نير الفلسفة المدرسية عن عاتقة المكدود. الآن هذا أثر من نهضة الفلسفة، والله أعلم.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ismi Muhammad Ammar bin Mukhtar, Prof. Muttalib, Sipir Hamzah, Arba'ah Samaniyah, Wahidu Sab'ah. I will continue the presentation about Bruno. قرأ برونو فيها قرأ ما كتبه كوبرنيك في الفلك أن رأيه إلى الاعتبار الكوني محدودا في مكان وبرونو لم يرده منه هذا الرأي. It says that Bruno read what Copernicus had written in astronomy, that about his opinion to regard that the universe as limited in a place, and this view did not satisfy Bruno. ما إجراؤه الذي اتخذ برونو? What action taken by Bruno? نحن من فوره ينشر في الناس مذهبه الفلسفة الذي أساسه أن المكان لا نهائي وتدفق فيه أجرام لا عدد لها ولا حصر. He immediately spread among the people about his philosophical doctrine, that which based on the fact that the place is infinite and you are surrounded by bodies that are infinite. ما شرح عن تشريحه? What the explanation from his statement? وما دام في الكون عدد عديد من الشموس يدور حولها من الكواكب ملايين وملايين. He said that as long as there are many suns in the universe, millions and millions of orbiting stars revolve around them. كلها يتألف من نفس المادة التي نعيش فوق ظهرها. All of it consists of the same substance that we live on above its head. فمن حصلوا أن يحسبوا الإنسان أن هذه الأرض أو هذه الشمس مركز للكون. And it is wrong for a person to think that this earth or the sun is the center of the universe. يستحيل أصلا أن يكون له حدود ينتهى عندها. And it is impossible for a mind to have limits on which it ends. وإن الكون وحده متصلة لأن تنفذ فيها أرض السماء. And the universe is a continuous unit in which the earth is not separated from the sky. فكل شيء في الكون وحده متصل بكل شيء. ونفس القوة التي تعمل هنا هي القوة التي تشعر هنا. And the universe is united, connected to everything. And the same force that works here is the power that always is there. Continue to the next point. فهذا الكون اللانهائي المتحدث تشرف عليه قوة لا نهائية واحدة لا تختلف في مكان عنها في مكان آخر. ومجموع هذا الكون بكل ما فيه هو الله. فالله هو مصدر كل شيء وسبب كل شيء. The next point is that this united infinite universe is overseen by a single infinite power that does not differ in one place from it another. And who is the single infinite power? That is Allah. The sum of this universe with everything is Allah. Allah is the source of everything and the cause of everything. Allah هو الكون وهو في نفس الوقت منشأه ومكونه وكل شيء في الوجود إنسانا وغير إنسان. God is the universe and it is at the same time the origins and the component and everything in existence. That is human and non-human. مرأة صفية مجلو تنعكس فيها صورة العالم بعنصر به عنصر عقلي وعنصر مادة. The image of the world is reflected by the elements in it, that is, the element of the mind and the element of the matter. وكل شيء في الوجود يتبع في سيره ومسكله قانونه الخاص به وهو في نفس الوقت يسير وفق قانون علمي ينتظم العالم بأسره كما يدور الكواكب حول محور الشمس في وقت واحد. Everything in existence follows its own law in its cause and structure, and at the same time it follows the law of science that organizes the whole world, as the planet revolves around its axis and around the sun in one time. The last point, يضيف برونو إلى نظرية Democritus الذرية. Bruno adds to the Democritus atomic theory التي تقول إن الكون مكون من عدد لا نهائي من الذرات عن المكان ملئ بأثير سيال which says that the universe is composed of an infinite number of atoms and that the place is filled with a liquid ether. وهو يتصور أن هذا العصير يمكن تقسيمه إلى ذرات ولو خيالية لا نهاية لعددها. This ether can be divided into atoms based on algebraic engineering with no end to their number. واسم كل واحدة من تلك الذرات الأثرية monad ومعناها على وجه التقريب ذرة روحانية. Each one of those atoms is called the etheric monad, which probably means a spiritual atom. وهذا الأثير هو الذي يعمل على أن تتخذ الذرات المادية أشكالها وصورها. And it is this ether that works for the physical atom to take the shape and forms. That is all from me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To Dr. Munir. My name is Muhammad Ridwan bin Ahmad Jani. My metric number is 056682. Right now, I'm going to present my part of this group assignment. I got the part which is about Giordano Bruno, the philosopher from Italy. Let's go to the next slide. قد ولد في نولا أي في إيطاليا. درس هنالك الفلسفة القديمة والفلسفة العصور الوسطى. Giordano Bruno was born at Nola في Italy. Here in Italy, he was studying about Al-Falsafah Al-Qadimah, ancient philosophy and contemporary philosophy. اشترك في درس نظرية كوبرنيك عن الفلك. He also joined the study of نظرية كوبرنيك, the theory of Nicholas Copernicus about galaxy. في سنة 18 قد بدا جوردانو برونو علامات أنه اجتنب من تعاليم الكنيسة. At the age of 18, he started to keep away himself from the church teachings, the church class, because at that time he feels something illogical. One of his thought was, how can a god have a son? How can God has a son, but the son is made out of a flesh, just like normal people? How can a god has a son, but the son is just a normal people? That is one of his thought that make he keep himself away from the church teaching. في عمره 28 بدا وأعلن شكه الذي يخفى في نفسه لوقت طويل. At the age of 28, he started to express what is inside himself, what he feel about his thinking and what he feels the wrong in the church teachings. فبتلك الحالة اتهمه رجال الكنيسة بالزندقة. Because of that, the people of the church saying that he is trying to oppose the church teachings. So after that, يقوم جوردانو برونو بالفرار من مكانه. فالآن بدأ حياته في حال منتقل من مكان ما إلى مكان آخر لبعض المدة. So after he start to voice out what he feel about the church teachings, so he ran away from that place and started to moving from a place to another place. He moved from a place to another place for a very long time. He went to France, he went to Geneva, and a few places in Italy, in France, in Geneva. The reason why he keep moving from one place to another place is he made money from teaching people about philosophy and other things. He make money from that, and that is how he make living. So he had to move from a place because that place cannot accept what he is teaching. So he moved to another place. After he moved to another place, he do the same thing. He teach people about the philosophy and other things, and for a for a for a few times after he teaching, he cannot continue to teach there because that place also cannot accept what is he teaching about. That's why he keep moving from a place to another place. من قبل موته عاش برونو في سجن ل8 سنوات طويلة. Before Giordano Bruno died, he was staying in prison for 8 years. In the prison, he was he was tortured. Why he was tortured? He was tortured to change his thinking, his thought about all the theory that he hold at that time. One of a few of the theory that he always tell to other people is about the Nicholas Copernicus theory. One of them is about the geocentric theory and heliocentric theory. Geocentric theory is the sun move around our Earth. That is what we call as geocentric theory. And the other theory is heliocentric theory, where the Earth moving around the sun. So, from what he get from Nicholas Copernicus theory, it is heliocentric theory, that is the Earth moving around the sun. But people in the church don't accept that fact. So after that, he was being imprisoned for 8 years. حتى في يوم التحكيم لا يغير موقفه واعتقاده، وأخيرا حكمت عليه المحكمة بالموت دون أن تراق قطرة من دمه، فأعدم إحراقا بالنار. Until the day of judgment, he did not change his what he understand. He did not change even after a few years being tortured in the prison. He still with his belief. And then the court give him a punishment that is death. That punishment to kill him. Then دون أن تراق قطرة من دمه, he was killed without spilling his blood on the ground. How they are doing this? They were doing this by put him in fire so that his blood was not spilled to the ground. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you to my friends for compiling this video, and thank you to Dr. Munir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Irfan Ashraf bin Nur Azmi. Number matric 054674. Today I will present about Bohme and about Montagen. Okay, I would like to I read the slide in Arabic and I present in English. Okay, so let's go. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ولد من أبوين فقيرين وكان في طفولته بريء للاشية فلا شب صار غزائيس له نعال بالية ولكنه امتزا منذ صباح بالتوابع واتقوا الله والتقوى وخشي الله وكان لا يقرأ منات إلا لغة القوم ولم يكن يطالع من كتاب إلا إنجيل وقليل كتاب معاصر والأسلاف كان بينهما ما كتبه كوبرنيك في نظام الكون فذهب معه إلى ما ذهب إليه من استلاحة أن تكون الأرض أو يكون الإنسان مركز هذا يكون العظيم. The second point, وقد خالف بهمي أولئك الذين يزعمون أن طابع الله واحدا متشابهة لا يداخلها شيء من تابع أو خلاف ويرى أن الله هو أساس التنوع والاختلاف بين أنواع مخلوقة تضارية متنافرة. Okay, this slide I will present or I will explain about Bohme. Okay, this is about Bohme. Who is the Bohme? The full name Bohme is Jacob Bohme. He was a German philosopher and theological in era 16th until 17th century. He was born in 1517 and 1575 and died in 1621. Bohme wrote in German. He has only spoke the language there. Jacob Boehme was a new thinker after the post-Martin Reformations era Martin Luther and Calvin and the Roman Catholic Church. This main work is entitled The Rising Down, a mystical doctrine that tries to state that good is held over everything that comes and goes by think. All these theories always contains oppositions which no process going on. For him, the word is a manifestation of God who has the elements of transcendence and faith, which are so far and immersed, but at the same time so close and familiar to man. Boehme is quite concerned with the problem of evil and associates it with a double structure that contradict the oppose the character of God. Everything must have the opposite thing in it. For example, without the devil and evil, God could not show the goodness, the knowledge, and life from him. God also has the opposite natural. He is very loving but also angry. In Christian teaching, God is the Father and is also famous for the imaging of his son, Jesus. The most original character is that God is the Holy Spirit. Boehme also believed that heaven and hell exist in the world. He also turns into darkness and evil is already in hell. And who forsake darkness and evil are already in heaven. Okay, next I will explain about Montaigne. Ja'a nahda'u al-diyab al-adibatun fa'alanta ma'aha hariyatul insanu fi yankir wa in talaqa masqulu min qiyad qayawadul falsafah dirasiyah ila haythu tabi'ah khuluha wa yafkuru fi jawanibiha wasiru an ma tanbahu insanu ila qimahu nafsah wa azim wa qadaruhu baina kainatan hatta nasha'in mazhab khassa ya'rafu bil mazhab al insani humanism rafa'a al insanu ila arfa'u ratibu wa yudai wa yad'u masalihatuhu فوقا كل شيء آخر وكان مونتينج هو لسان هذا للذهاب بما آتى الله من بيان راعي أحد وكان من خير ما أحداثها أنصار مذهب إنسانية ناموا فريدية أعطى كوتا شعوري إنساني بشخصيته واعتقاده أنه فراد هو روح حساسة له أن يعارض سلطانه وزويها وعلى أن ينكر بنفسه لنفسه. Okay, the next thing is about the Michael Enquim de Montaigne, the full name. The Montaigne was born on 28 February 1533 and died in 13 September 1592. Was one of the most famous French Renaissance philosopher. The famous of popularizing essays as a literary genre. His work is known for combining casual anecdotes and autobiography with serious intellectual viewer. He enormous volume of essay, literally translated as efforts and experiment, contains some of the most influential essays ever written. He is the one of the humanism philosopher in Europa. Montaigne has a direct influence on writers around the world, including Francis Bacon, Blaise Pascal, Albert Harrisman, William Hazlitt, and so many. And perhaps on the final work of William Shakespeare. In his own life, Montaigne was more admired as a statesman than as a writer. The tendency in the essay to divide to anecdotes and proposal reflections is seen as detrimental to proper styles rather than as innovations. And the statement that myself, I'm a problem which my book is viewed by contemporaries as pampering. However, over time, Montaigne was recognized as an embodiment, perhaps better than any other writer on his day. The spirit of independence entertainment then began to emerge as at that time. He is known for his spectacle comment. In Middle Francis, now translate as Q Sages in modern Francis. Very modern, very modern. Even for today's reader, Montaigne's attempt to explore the words through the lens in the only things he can indirectly depends on his own decisions, making it more accessible to modern reader than any other Renaissance writer. A large number of modern non-fiction literature is inspired by Montaigne, and writers of all kinds continue to read it for the balance of the intellectual knowledge and personal stories. So that's all for me about the philosophy in hadith. Syukran. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.